Good evening, reefers. How's everyone doing?
I'm
How
good.
you doing, Harry? Amy?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
How are you doing, Steve? Are you keeping well?
Yes, having a good day today. Been a busy day. Keep me busy. It's better than having a slow day, isn't it?
For sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if you have a slow day. If it just takes so long at work, that is a slow day at home is completely fine.
If work's involved, you want it to go fast, but
yeah. So I think actually, because I said just before we went live, I'm going to go through the comments. I think before we go through the comments, it's probably a really important thing we need to do and say congratulations to Amy for 1 million followers on TikTok.
It's wild, isn't it?
Massive
Wow.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I can't believe it.
That's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. When I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, when you try and think, what would that number of people in one place look like?
Yeah.
I try not to think about it.
You can't even comprehend it, can you? Like, that's a crazy amount of people, Amy. That's insane.
Yeah, I know. I try not to think about it, really. When I'm like videos and stuff, I'm like, it's fine. I'm just doing it for my friends, that's all.
Yeah. So let's have a quick run through of who's with us this evening. We have the one and only John Wright. He is like, that you've made it in the live stream world when John Wright is in the room, and he's always the first one in. He's in all of them. So if ever you want a new live stream to go to, John probably knows about it. Gaza, good evening. He was on a live stream last week.
Yes.
I hope your tank's doing well. Who else do we have? Oh, hang on a minute. Did you change your picture halfway through, or is there two Gaza's reefs? I've got two different pictures for you. Anyway.
Just to change the picture.
Yeah. Good evening, Lee. Probably the most generous reefer ever. Always got time for everyone. Top guy. So, good to see you, Lee. Who else do we have? We've got Terry Teckers with us as well. Hi, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
And we've got Matt with us.
Love honey.
How you doing, Matt? I was explaining to Amy before, I've got all these little audio clips of people that I like to play.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing them.
Who else do we have? We have Anthony with us as well. Good evening, Anthony. How are you doing? Hayley. Evening, Hayley.
Oh, I like that picture. The one with the pug and the shark.
Shark.
That's
yeah,
cute.
we'll have to see if I don't know if Liam's got his internet. So Gil's Aquarium, for every single live stream he attends, he changes his avatar on YouTube to be something related to the live stream. He's just moved house, so I don't know if he's got his internet up and running enough to have done that. But normally it is like unique to that live stream. Alan, hi Alan. I hope you're doing well. I hope the tank's going well, and it's finally full. I believe it did finally fill up. It was filling quite a large custom build tank with RODI, so it was taking forever through the filter to fill up. Evening, Tony. How you doing?
Tony.
Got my plate in there. So Tony and Harry kind of got together. Tony's tracking like on the blockchain corals. So you can register a coral on the blockchain, which is like crypto blockchain, and that your coral growth can be tracked there, and then you can frag from that, and people can ask for frags of what you've got and things like that. And Harry designed and printed the frag plugs for it.
Oh, amazing!
Frag plates. So yeah, it was a bit of a joint venture with those two guys.
That's very cool.
Who else do we have? We have Tim. Good evening, Tim. How you doing?
Tim.
Southeast Reefer is with us as well. Good evening. Southeast Pelagic. So we've got Rob with us as well.
Good evening, Rob.
Who's he calling crusty and salty?
To be fair, that's probably quite a compliment from Rob. Yeah, I should have checked before I put that comment up on the screen, actually, what it said. Good evening, Amanda. I hope you're well. Yeah, I messaged Rob earlier, Pelagic Rob, and I said, I haven't seen your video, because normally, like during the day, his weekly video will come out and I'll watch it, because then there's normally something that's happened to him. He's got like this monster 4-meter long tank. So a lot goes on in his tank. So something's normally happened and it's normally a bit of a talking point. So I looked on there to see what he'd been up to, and yeah, no video. He said he's had a bit of a problem with his PC and he's going to have it on tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, so Amanda, we have Ron with us this evening. Hi, Ron. What little clip?
That's not any better. Salty sausages. That's to you two, not me.
Yeah. And to be fair, again, quite a tame comment from him.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, this is Ron.
I love Dong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Roxanne. Good evening, Roxanne.
Evening.
Oh, yeah. So Roxanne is Norfolk Reefer's wife.
Okay.
We say wife. Just to wind that up.
When we do that, yeah.
So they live in just outside Norwich. I live a little bit further south. And they drove all the way up to the Reef Experience in Boburn, near Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
And then when they finished there, they drove all the way across to Liverpool to Finest and then drove home.
Oh, I've been to Finest last week.
7 hours.
That's ridiculous.
That's
Finest.
one way.
I love Finest. You might
I've
as
not
well.
been. I'd love to go.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
want
How
to
did you
go.
find it? Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, my wife was away at a horse event thing at the NEC, and my daughter is almost 12 and would not have put up with a 5-hour drive followed by being dragged around a fish shop all day and then another 5-hour drive. Yeah, that wasn't going to happen. Evening, Chris. How you doing? Who else do we have? We're nearly through them. Reefy Reese. Good evening. How you doing?
Harry's dropped out.
You lost Harry.
Bye.
He'll pop back in a minute. Oh, we've got some fresh. Yeah, he's just there we go. Back again.
Sorry, I tried to sign in the chat.
Press the wrong button. Oh, there you go. Alan said that the tank fill took 9 days.
Oof.
And it took him 45 minutes to empty it after, because this was just like the fill up to check for leaks and to make sure everything's good and to wash off all the residue off of everything.
Oh, wow.
That's commitment.
Yeah. And then Tom's new face. I don't remember seeing that. I don't know if that's someone from your...
He's a pal.
Yeah, okay. Good. Reef. There's a lot of people chatting in there here. Dan's Reef. Good evening, Dan. How you doing?
Hello, Dan.
We have Lee A with us as well. Hi, Lee. Oh, we're nearly there. Nearly through it. We are through it. Good. Right. Let me get rid of that comment off the screen. So we'll probably have a few more people drop it. I really wanted Tom to drop in from the Reefers Network, just so I could say,
Oh, yeah.
oh, I've been wanting to use that one. I got that the other weekend.
I'm scared about what you're going to get off this one.
Well, yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be tamer than some of these buttons that I've got.
Yeah. Family friendly.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't expect any young'uns to be watching this, so
No.
we'll see.
No. And if they've watched any of the other ones, you're definitely not corrupting them any worse than some of the things they would have heard in the other ones.
I'm sure.
So one of the things that I noticed when doing my little bit of homework ready for tonight, other than the fact that 1 million followers, you know, when I searched for you on TikTok, I typed Amy.
Yeah.
You were the second one in the list.
Who was the first?
Amy Winehouse.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But you were only behind Amy Winehouse, which is crazy.
Yeah, all that stuff. I try not to think about it. I try to take myself away from like that crazy side of things.
Yeah. So, and we talked a bit earlier. I was kind of going on doing my homework, and I was going to compile a list of all of the creatures you've named. I didn't.
Be there forever.
I didn't make it to the end of the list, but we will kind of go through some of them that I've got.
I'll top up any that you forget.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely, when you rattled off some earlier, there's definitely some that
I definitely didn't
have. Yeah. But kind of looking back to you and reef tanks and all the different things, because you've had quite a few different things. What originally got you started in it?
So I was tropical before I was freshwater before I went salt. And I mean, I've grown up with like animals everywhere, like dogs, cats, chickens, turkey, anything really. I've grown up on farms and stuff like that. So I've always loved just different animals anyway. And my dad has always been into like planted tanks, freshwater tropical planted tanks. That's what his kind of niche was. And my granddad on my mum's side actually used to breed Guamis as well.
Okay.
So I've always grown up with tanks around. And when I moved into this house, my dad was breaking down one of his tanks and he said, you know, it's been going for like I think this tank had been running for about 10, 15 years. He was like, do you want it? I said, yeah. So we brought it over. I ran it as a tropical. And then it was during lockdown. I just got the thought of, I want saltwater tanks. And I went and I did it. Yeah. I went to my local fish shop and I introduced myself and I went, I'm going to be your best friends, guys, because I'm going to be here forever. And they taught me the basics, you know, they got me set up. I was running it on a canister. I didn't have a sump to begin with. I run it on canister for a while. And yeah, it's just kind of grown from there. And the whole TikTok thing, it was never meant to be what it is now. It just kind of happened. I just was like in lockdown. I've got a little sister and we used to film, like if you go way back, like right to the beginning, it's videos of me and my little sister dancing in the bathroom. That's what started off, is just me and my little sister dancing, and just like during COVID and stuff like that. And I think one day I got my clownfish Nemo, who I've still got, and I did a video and I said, I'm getting him a girlfriend, a goth girlfriend. So introducing his goth girlfriend to him. And that went really, really viral. That was like my first like crazy viral video. And then it's just kind of like carried on since then, really. I've just posted little videos and they've just done well. I don't know why. Just kind of happened.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, the energy you've got in there, and you always... you have like almost like a backstory behind all of the animals, and it's like a soap opera, your tank, basically.
Yeah. I like to give them personalities, but then they have personalities anyway. Do you know what I mean? You can have a fish and have it for a couple of weeks and work out its quirks and what it likes and what it doesn't like and stuff like that. Like, I've got a jellyfish here now that's just swimming upside down, and it's done that since I've had it. Like, why does it do that? I don't know. It's still going though.
Is it an Australian jellyfish?
The blue spotted.
Just thinking.
Oh,
'cause it's
shut
upside
up.
down.
I didn't even get that first. It's too late at night. I'm too slow.
I've just noticed, sorry, that the Reefers Network is here.
There he is.
Hi, Tom.
Hiya.
Oh, there'll be a comment about that in a minute. And I noticed there was some freshwater booze. Whenever anyone talks about freshwater on
really?
these, you get a freshwater boo.
No way.
Yeah, a couple in there.
There's
look,
loads of them.
there's another one there.
I can't believe
Oh,
this.
and another one.
I'm shocked.
We always get a freshwater boo if you talk about freshwater.
Well, it got me into the hobby, so
Yeah, I think it did with most of us.
Yeah. I say, to be honest, I do say that to a lot of people. I get so many people in my DMs saying that they want to start or, where to get started. And I'm like, do you have any freshwater? Like, have you ever had any of them kind of tanks? Because if you have, that's going to help a lot.
Yeah, I've just seen one here from Matt. We were in having a salty banter one with Reefy AF the other week, and someone started talking about freshwater, and one of the US guys, Jim, he had a little bit of a rant. It's like, this isn't freshwater banter, this is salty banter. Oh dear. And I see we've got Dave with us. I need to get a little button for that. Oh, there's a pelagic Rob says Dave, and we always get, if he's on the live stream, we always got him to introduce Dave, so I just need to create a button for that, I think. And Woody's Reef, and I believe Woody's Reef is John Wright's friend as well, if I got that right, hopefully. Yeah. Tom says your makeup's better than mine.
I'm not wearing any makeup.
I am.
You are, yeah.
Right. Oh dear. Anyway, slightly off topic there. Sorry.
It's all right.
So, looking at your your TikTok, I think probably your best known character out of all of them is the one that was Pickles.
Pickles.
Unfortunately, isn't with us anymore.
Do you want to see him?
Oh yeah. This would actually be. I've seen the TikTok, but it's really interesting.
It's crazy how big.
And then his tail's there.
Oh,
Yeah, he was a big boy. And I
yeah.
got him when he was tiny, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Pickles. He sits in my fish room and watches me and watches over everybody.
So I actually,
obviously.
yeah, I watched your journey with Pickles, and I started off in marine with a Fluval Evo, which I have beside me now, and I had lots of different things. I've had a couple of pipefish in it and things like that, which have gone into the main tank, and I bought a cowfish for this tank.
How big is it?
Brilliant. Well, the tank's only a 52 litre, but it was a small one. It was gonna, the tank was gonna get bigger with it.
That's what happened with me. That's why I've got such a big tank now.
And I bought it on the Sunday, worked from home on Monday, and it sat there, and it just watched me all day long. You'd put your finger up to the glass, and it'd follow your finger around. You could feed it from a pipette.
Yeah.
And then by Wednesday, so I was going to do a vote in what am I going to call it, and let people in the live stream name it. And then I came home from work Wednesday and it was dead.
Yeah, they are so difficult. So difficult. I hear it a lot. I mean, I think people were seeing Pickles, and even though I would always say on the videos how difficult he was and like just how much work I was putting in, I was spending like £50 on food for him for a month because I was feeding him fresh mussels, fresh cockles, fresh prawns, like jumbo prawns. I was getting him in the shells and everything. And this is like human grade food. I was getting him ones that didn't have any. I was making sure they weren't preserved. I had any preservatives in any way. I was searching high and low for food. I was going to fishmongers and everything, just to make sure that he was kept as healthy as I could keep him. But I do find that, like, I'll get people in my DMs and they'll be like, "Oh, I bought this and it's dying," and I'm like, "Oh, don't do that to me because now I feel bad." I don't want to know.
Yeah, it was weird. Wednesday morning, fed it. It was feeding from the pipette, swimming around, completely fine. Got him from work, dead.
Yeah, it does.
Really
They just
bizarre.
no rhyme or reason. I was reading a like an article. I tried to find it the other day and I couldn't find it. It was talking about how like certain fish have like that certain like bacterial, like a biome in their stomach and stuff like that they can only get from the wild and being in the wild, and how that can really affect them when they're in tanks. I think boxfish were on there and stuff like that, and frogfish were on there as well. They struggle with it as well.
Okay.
So that's why I was trying loads of different foods with Pickles, because I thought there's got to be something in there that's doing him good that he might get in the wild that's going to boost him.
Yeah. So, how long did you have Pickles?
2.5 years, I think.
Did he get into any trouble in that time? Was he ever
All the time.
mischievous?
Yeah, all the time. I had to buy a really expensive lid from Top Lids from Florida. I had to buy a really expensive lid because he would spit and it was ruining the back wall. He would sit there and there'd be water dripping all the way down, like all the sides. He was terrible. Other than that, he was a good lad. He did get a taste of a Kenya tree at one point. But other than that, he was all right. It was just a spitting that used to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. He learned actually on the top lids, you've got like your little feeder hole and stuff like that. And if I left it off, he would spit through that because he knew. He's a very, very clever little creature. Wouldn't come to the front for anybody else unless he saw me because I was the feeder.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he used to follow you around. He used to stare at me at night. I've got pictures of him sitting there watching TV and he's just in the corner, just like staring at me.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. So you're not it's not unusual for you to have very unusual pets.
Yeah.
Wet pets.
Yeah.
So what's
creatures.
been... Go on.
I said I love my creatures. I love weird creatures.
What's been the most unexpected or most challenging one that you've had so far?
Most challenging, without saying Pickles, because he just because of the sheer size of him, he was a pain. Probably my snake pipefish. They're stressing me out at the moment. They're great, but I find that because they are skinny and scrawny, I can't work out whether or not I'm feeding them enough or not. That's my main concern. They're not sunken or anything, but I like to panic about my fish. And I like to do it at 3 o'clock in the morning and then spend £75 on copepods. So that's my doings at the moment. Yeah, I did it the other day.
I did something similar for... Sorry, Harry.
I said I think these fish are living in luxury.
Yeah, they are. I hope they know.
Yeah.
I hope they know.
I was trying to get a copper band to move on to frozen food, and I found a website that did next day delivery. Ordered with them. The food didn't arrive for 4 days.
Oh.
So I was like, they've lost it. I'll have to order some more. So I ordered some more food, and then it all arrived. So I just had like loads and loads of live food, and yeah, just put that in for the copper band. Went through all of that effort to get it moving from live food to frozen food. Finally got there, and then it got into a fight with my fox face on the live stream one evening, and in the background behind me
They just
You
like
see
going
it.
at
You see it catch. Well, something happened to it, and you see it kind of spasm a few times and then float up and get stuck to the wave maker.
Oh
I thought,
no! What a thing to get on camera.
Oh yeah. I've had a few things on my life. We had in the Reefers Network an end of the year quiz, and my tank was fine the night before. It was 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning, so I get up, go into the office, and switch all my the studio lights on, get the camera set up, get the microphone ready, get my computer all fired up, go and make myself a cup of tea, come back in. Tank lights still hadn't come on at this point. I'm sitting down, drinking my tea, and the tank lights are starting to come on in the background. I'm looking at the picture. Why is my tank like really cloudy? Really, really cloudy. And everything was dying in the background of this live stream.
Oh my God.
It stripped all of my SPS coral.
What happened? What started that?
So we kind of went into a diagnosis stage in the green room after the live stream. I was saying, I don't know what's happening. One of them said to me, "Oh, are you dosing Nopox?" Like, no, I disconnected my Nopox like a week ago. So it's not that.
Yeah.
But what had happened is I just got a Trident, and it took up too much space in the bottom of my cabinet. So I moved my bottle of Nopox up onto the little shelf in the cabinet. And then when I disconnected the tubes for the Nopox, one of them hung down. It was below the bottom of the bottle. So it was just siphoning out the contents of the bottle. And it wasn't until a few days later that I went to move the bottle and it was empty. I was like, I know what the problem is now.
What it is. That is so unlucky.
But yeah, I did a video the other week on how to service the pinch valves in the Trident to clean them up, because they can cause errors. And I actually went on the Discord channel we've got, and I was chatting with Lee, the one-armed reefer, and Dave. I was saying, you're never going to guess what I've just done. Stripped it all down, did this video. Because I was doing the video, I didn't really pay enough attention, and I hadn't put one of the tubes properly back in the pinch valve. So then when I did a test, instead of pumping all the wastewater into my waste container, it pumped it all into my reagent A tub and just wasted a whole tub of reagent A. I was like, oh. That's why I say Lee is like the most generous reefer in the world, because he said, "Oh, I've got a spare one of them. You can have it. I'll post it to you." So, oh God, he saved me again. But yeah, we've had some disasters, that's for sure.
Fingers crossed for tonight, though. Let's hope.
Yeah. I've been lucky in the last few live streams. Touch wood, we haven't had any disasters.
I keep looking at my tank now, like, what's going to happen? Oh, you can see him there. Can you see that little orange bit? That's his 2 little traffic cones he's got on.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
That's your urchin.
That's my urchin. I need to take him off, to be honest. He doesn't need to. Just being greedy.
So I noticed we have a few more people in the chat. We have Koji. Good evening. And we have my Nopox brother, Sleeveless Reefer from the US, Jason. Evening or afternoon, should I say? Anyone else that I have got in here? And Banana Rama's with us. Evening, Rama. Hope you're doing well. Right. So yeah, we were talking about challenging pets, didn't we? I think we got a little bit.
Oh yeah, I've got a bobbit worm. Did you know I got a bobbit worm?
I saw that. That's really bizarre because not many people want them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Weird though.
That's the one that ate through the silicone, isn't it? Of someone's display or something.
No,
No?
not that one. No, never done that. Keep them well fed. It's not going to eat silicone. We don't need to worry about that. Yeah, I very rarely see her. She won't come out now because the lights are on, but she's a cool little creature to feed and stuff. I'm getting her. I don't know if friendlier is the word, but I'm getting her to the point where she feels safe that when I take the lid off, because they're very sensitive to like noise and vibrations and stuff. She's probably well aware that I'm here right now in the room with her. So I'm trying to get her used to the fact that if the lid comes off and, you know, something comes down, she doesn't need to be scared of it because it's food. So
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there with her. I've seen about this much of her stick out. That's as much as I can get of her so far. I'm hoping I can get her following me around the tank one day.
Yeah.
If Rondo's got a bobbit worm,
No, don't be fooled. That's
not a
he's
bobbit.
used the wrong word. It's a Scottish word, and it doesn't mean bobbit worm.
Oh, I hate this. Don't do things.
Amy's too innocent.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I've started some questions here to kind of give me something to go through. You've built up a huge audience on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing some on Instagram and YouTube as well, but TikTok's definitely your core.
Yeah, I've got my YouTube. I don't post on it. I've got it there just in case. I didn't want anyone to steal my name, if I'm completely honest. Instagram has gone crazy recently since the TikTok ban in America because everyone started following on different platforms thinking they were losing it. So my Instagram's doing quite well. But yeah, TikTok's my main. I film in TikTok. I edit in TikTok. TikTok's kind of my first point of call for my videos.
Yeah. So you were talking earlier about, you know, starting off with just kind of making videos with your little sister. Did you ever expect it to take off like
No,
it has done?
no, I still don't. It still makes it feel a bit weird.
Yeah.
Like
And
it just
I think it's
happened, and I don't know how.
It's kind of opened up lots of different opportunities for you as well. So I saw you at Vivarium with TMC.
You did, yes. I went. They took me out there, and that was amazing. That was so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like you had a fantastic time.
I was knackered. Had an absolute blast, but I was so tired. I went way too hard.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
So thinking back to all the different things that you've done and the things like Vivarium and you're at Aqua as well.
Yes.
What's been the craziest moment so far?
Probably being at Vivarium and being recognised and having people like coming up and taking photos and knowing. I think it's the knowing of the pet names. They'll come up to me and go, "Oh my god, I love eyebrows. Oh my god, I love Pickles." And I think that's so crazy that you know that. I love it. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think that's because there's animals online that I follow that if I saw, I'd be like, "Oh my god, I love your animals." Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's probably the craziest. I think that's the bit that still gets me, and I think, oh, this is weird.
I suppose it's being that other side of it because you see them every day, you're filming with them every day, but you don't see your audience and you don't see them watching with you.
That's what I mean.
All of a sudden, be plunked in a room with them is probably quite.
That's what I mean. Up until like last year, I wasn't going out and doing things. I was in my house, I was filming my fish, and that's all I was doing. It's only really been recently that I've started actually thinking, oh, maybe I should go out and meet people and like introduce myself and get to know like who's in the hobby and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, Tom from the Reefers Network kind of, he's organised a few of these reef meets, and we did one. The first one was, what was it? 1st of March, wasn't it? Because it was Matt's birthday. He wore a very inappropriate hat.
What did it say?
For the evening. It said a word that I will not say because YouTube will block the video if I say the word.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a very naughty word, and it had it written on it lots of times.
What words can't I say?
There's only that one. So
I don't know what it is. You can tell me afterwards, don't worry.
It starts with a C and it's got 4
Oh,
letters.
okay. Yeah, right then. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't think we had to worry about you using it, so.
No. Not tonight.
Yeah, and so we had the first meet up in AAC in Harlow, and they put on a fantastic spread for us. They let us all kind of use they've got the main unit that is the shop, And then next door to that, they've got their seahorse stables where they breed all the seahorses.
Oh my God.
And they have some coral bays in there, but they've also got a little media studio where they do some of their lives from. So we recorded some interviews and stuff in there as well. And, you know, they put on some sandwiches and tea and coffee and things like that. It's really, really good. Got some, I think it was 40 people that went to the meet, and we all got to kind of meet up and chat with each other, especially the, you know, some of the people that you interact with online but hadn't met. And then they had another one on, what was it, 2nd of April? 2nd of March? Get my dates completely wrong here. Up at the Reef Experience. And again, it was a little bit too far for me. And like I said, I had my daughter and she would not have put up with that. There's another one, another kind of 40 people went, probably a different 40 as well. And I think there's one at iReef and one at Finest coming up in the near future as well. And I think they're really great to kind of go and meet up with all the different people that you interact with online and in the forums and chat rooms and everything. So yeah, they're really good. I've
just seen that I had a notification that Lee's, the one on Reefer, his YouTube video has gone live of the last Reefers Network event. So looking forward to watching that.
Yep.
I'll be going to the Finest one, and I'm going to iReef as well.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be at both of them.
Yeah, that'll be good. Finest is 5th of July. Thanks, Ron. There we go, 5th of July. I've put that in my diary as well because Ron is Scotland, so there's not many that are doable for him. So I missed him at the Reef Experience. I'm probably going to try and catch him at Finest. That should be a fun day. What else do I have? What else have I got to talk to you about? Have you ever posted?
Too quickly.
Well, I'll keep on going off on a tangent, and then I've got to kind of read through where I got to. Have you ever posted something, and then you kind of thought, I wasn't expecting that one to go that viral? You know, sometimes you post a video and you think you expect that one to do well and it doesn't, and then you post another one and it goes mad.
Yeah, it's very rare that I think I post a video and go, yeah, this is going to do great, this is going to do numbers, because you never know. Honestly, I think most of the time it just depends what TikTok wants to push out there. It just look at the draw, you know. I had a video not long ago that went viral, and all I was doing was with my mantis shrimp, taking out some of his shells, his dinner medals, and then giving him a few little bits of rock, and he grabs them and touches them and then puts them down, and then I give him, you know, give him a little building material, and that went crazy. And that was just like I was cleaning them out and thought, oh, I'll film this while I do it. So I never know what's going to go
that's
crazy.
The beauty of TikTok.
Yeah,
because it seems that anyone can kind of start a channel from nothing and create something. I think it's a really different platform in terms of kind of growth from what we've seen before with the Meta platforms and of course YouTube and these things.
Definitely. I've just seen a comment from John Wright. Love to reef as well. Love to reef.
I've got my ticket.
That's right next door to AAC.
Well.
Yeah, I've got my ticket.
Okay.
I'm staying in the same hotel. I shouldn't tell people that. I don't want people being creeps, but they were talking about it last week, I think, and I'm in the same hotel. Something, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm booked in on the Friday.
Yeah, me too. Well, so I've got a thing with TMC that week. So the Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm in London for TMC, and then I was like, there's no way I'm driving back up north to then drive back down again. So I've just booked a hotel, and I'm just going to stay there.
Okay.
So I'll be around if anyone's not creepy and wants to say hello. No creep.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few people staying on the Friday night. So it's actually
Fancy dress, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
What's that? Is it got to be fishy themed?
I
think it's
I
a
don't know.
free for all, is my understanding.
think Tom is going as one of the guys from Right Said Fred.
Someone's just said Amy's going to be murdered by the Thursday. I know that guy. He's going to be the one that murders me, just so you know.
Ah, okay. Is this for evidence for later when you go missing?
Yeah, if I go missing, it's him, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's really close to me, but I'm gonna go and stay there on the
That's me.
Friday night. Yeah, and have a bit of a laugh with everyone, have a few beers.
Yeah, I'll be out. I'll be out on the Friday. I don't know if I'll be dressed up. I dress up enough as it is. I'm dressing up tomorrow. Did you know it's World Book Day tomorrow?
No.
Yeah, it's World Book Day tomorrow. And the fun fact, this isn't my full-time job. I work in a school, and I'm dressing up tomorrow. So,
What are you dressing up as?
don't know if I'm allowed to say. It's a secret for the kids. You know, there's no. This is. Have you ever? I don't. Have you got kids?
Yes.
Have you got kids, Harry?
I haven't, no.
I don't doubt you've read this book. Then, have you ever read the book? The Day the Crayons Quit.
No.
I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here. It's a book, and it's like every page is a note from a different colour crayon of the reasons why they're quitting. Red's quitting because he always gets used around Christmas time, and he's sick and tired of it, and he wants like the holidays off. Like it's that kind of vibe. Anyway, I'm the orange crayon, bright neon orange. That's what I've got. A tutu. I've got a little hat. We're all I wasn't around when the colours are picked. I wouldn't have picked orange.
My partner works in a nursery as well, sort of younger years. And
I wonder if she knows it then.
yeah, well, I was just thinking, I bet she knows up there, but she's going as a character. My dad writes books, and he writes children's books, and she's going as a character from one of his books, so that'll be nice.
What books does he write? I might know him.
He probably won't. He's fairly small at the moment, but it's Gary Milsom is under Little Bear Publications. But yeah, he's got I think 4 published children's books. He does some novels as well.
Incredible! I love that. I'd love to write a kid's book. I could write him about my fish. I'll write him about Pickles.
Yes. That'd be brilliant.
A penguin or something to pick me up.
I know it's Employee Appreciation Day on Friday.
I'm not in work on Friday.
Well, that's Anna in the comments there. She said she doesn't know the book. She loves the book.
Oh, okay.
So it's clearly a popular one.
So I'm the orange crayon. There will be a picture. I'm sure I'm not going to put it on my TikTok, but I'll probably put it on my Insta story so you can see it. Yeah. We
were talking at work what to do for Employee Appreciation Day on Friday. They didn't really like the suggestion that we give everyone the day off.
I love that.
So I don't know how. Are you on a mobile, Amy?
No, I'm on a laptop.
Okay. I was about to say I don't know how practical it would be to show us any of your tanks.
Oh, hold on. So right here, I have my jellyfish.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
And my 2 little.
Is this a new TMC tank?
Yeah, this is a TMC Chrysler with my 2 little blue spotted jellyfish. We've got over here. We've got the tiny. Let me turn it on. The PNW one. There it is. Where are you? Ignore all my wires and stuff like that. My tiny little PNW tank, very cute with my little thing. We've got my bobbit worm, Pookie.
Okay.
Let me get up. Hold on. Make me do some work now. I doubt you'll be able to see him. Hold on, let me bring you down. Right. Are you going to come out? Oh, there he is. I don't know if you can see Ludo. You can see yourself. There's Ludo.
Yeah.
My little man pimp. And then, ta-da, my other tank. This is my upstairs one. My bigger one's downstairs. But this has got Nana and Omen in it. And my little snake pipefish and some other pipefish and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
I'm not going to go downstairs.
But,
can't.
Yeah. I mean, you have such random creature. Where do you find them?
Where do I find them? I've got friends that will I've got a friend Oh, Tom, I can't remember his last name now, but he's down in Lincoln, and I'm actually seeing him on Sunday. Let me turn that light off. I've got a weird hue about me. I'm seeing him on Sunday, and he's got me some sexy shrimp. He's got me I don't know if I should tell you actually, just because you know TikTok and all that. Don't want to ruin the surprise. No, he's got me a heart urchin. You know, the little furry urchins. Very excited about that. And he's currently looking out for these little, I can't remember I think they're blennies, but they have like algae growing on their head, and they've got like little, I can't remember the name of it. I should have asked him beforehand because this is rubbish, but I'm seeing him on Sunday. So yeah, I've just got like the bobbit worm came from Deep Blue Marine Emporium. They had one, and
Stevie.
They showed a picture, and I was like, I want that. Like, give it. Yeah, I just acquire them. I can't. My problem is I can't say no. So I see something and I go, I'm going to make that work. I'm getting something from Tom actually on Sunday. That I still don't know how I'm going to make it work. But I was like, give it to me. It's got a month to hatch. I'll work it out.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I see we have Gil's Aquarium with us. I'm trying to work out. I don't know whether he's got his internet working, so I don't know if it's like a customized avatar or not. But evening, Liam. I hope everything is going well with you. Up until recently, Liam had a shark.
Oh, what kind? Bamboo?
No, I don't think it was. It was the. Put it in the comments, Liam. Yeah, I can't remember what one it is, or was. He's just moved house, and he used that opportunity because it was getting a bit big. He used that opportunity to rehome it someone with a bigger tank. So,
yeah. Sad when that has to happen.
Yeah.
Someone's getting in the comments.
Sorry?
Someone guessed what I was getting in the comments.
Oh, okay. I see we have Taters with us this evening as well. Evening. Another guy from the US, from the Reefy AF Discord. And we have Melinda as well, all the way from Australia, joining us.
Oh, wow.
So we normally give her a countdown because obviously the time difference, saying to them it's 8 p.m. it's very helpful. But yeah, so it's just before 7 a.m. for her at the moment.
Wow, that's dedication.
Commitment, yeah.
Word on the street is that she doesn't actually sleep, I believe.
No, I don't think so. No, yeah. Matt says get a purple urchin.
Oh, I do like purple. Someone said, I know what it is. Do not do it. It will eat all your fish. It's not going in a fish tank. Don't worry. It's not.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I've seen a shop in Essex, quite near to Pelagic Rob, called Creation Aquatics.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if a hoarder had a shop. It is just completely rammed full of stuff that they've got, like anything you could think of in there. And on their counter where the till is, they have a tank with 2 cuttlefish in. I've never seen them in a tank before.
Well, you might do. But we don't know what type it is or anything. He's just got the eggs, and I was like, I'll take one, see what happens. The girl with the fish couch, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, eyebrows chaise longue. Yeah, so we've got a few more faces in here then as well. Mark, good evening, Mark. How you doing? And Queen Blair as well. I've seen that. That's a TikTok name I recognise from TikTok.
Queen Blair of Ghosting. I like that.
Yeah, definitely seen her on TikTok. And John B. Evening, John. Hope you're doing well. Where did we get to? Yeah, so I was asked, one of my questions was to ask you about your little Pico tank. What have you got in it at the moment?
Nothing at all.
No.
No, I've put sand, rock. I put a bit of macroalgae in there, and I do water. Like I did water changes today, and I do water changes because it's the most easiest tank. It takes like not even 5 minutes. You scoop a bit out and you put it back in. Nothing is in there as of yet. Like I said, I'm very wary that one, I don't want people commenting and say, you know, if I put it on TikTok, get a lot of people saying whatever I'm putting in there it's way too small, which completely understand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would never put a fish or anything like that in it. I may, if I had a tiny shrimp, put like, you know, a sexy shrimp in there, but I do worry that it's the parameters and stuff like that, you know, they could just fluctuate. I mean, the condensation, just the evaporation from a day, you know what I mean? That's enough to make it like go a little bit wild. So I'm just testing it out at the moment, seeing how the lights are, seeing what algae I can grow in there. I was thinking maybe some mysis shrimp, put some mysis there, some live mysis, and see them like bomb around for a little bit, but nothing as of yet. It's cute though. It's very cute.
They do look pretty cool, yeah.
They're amazing. Like the little sump setup and everything is so cool.
Yeah. Where did we get to? So yeah, we talked about you've got quite a wide array of different tanks.
Yeah.
Do you have a dream setup? Money was no object. Space was no object.
Money was
what would you do?
If money was no object, I would have another building, and I would have a pond in it, but it would be a saltwater pond. That's what I want. You know, like when you go to aquariums and they've got the open top and you can see in through the glass and they're all swimming around. I'd get one of them. I'd build a big shed and I'd heat it and I'd put my big pond in the middle. That's what I'd do.
Have you seen Paul Cafaro on YouTube? He has like an outbuilding with huge kind of saltwater ponds, and he's got like predatory ones, ones full of every tang you can imagine. It's quite something.
Yeah, that's what I want. Just a really big tank, and then I could get as many boxfish and as many cowfish as well, and they wouldn't have to worry about size.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would be quite interested in a deep tank, or deep as in water depth, because we had a bit of a debate that is deep front to back and height. Yeah, water depth, a lot of water depth.
I would say deep is the water going down. No, if you think about the sea and you think about deep sea, it's going down. No?
Yeah, but then what do you call front to back? I think people call that deep because they call the other one height.
Yeah, that's true. Or do you reckon what if you could get a tank and you could make it like really thick glass so you could get like the pressurized, like get it pressured in there, and then you could have some deep sea creatures in there, like an anglerfish.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I want that. I want an anglerfish.
Or you build your house at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, another idea.
Yeah.
Got a couple of questions.
I'd move to a coral reef and just go snorkeling every day. There you go. Yeah. That could be my tank.
So Bananarama was saying, what is the Pico tank called?
It is the P&W Custom. If you type in P&W Pico tank or micro tank, it'll come up. I will say, it came from Portland. So it came from America. It's a great tank. I bought it myself. Like, I haven't had any kind of like sponsor of it or anything like that. I bought it myself. I bought it in November. I bought it from while I was in Vivarium, because I saw it there and I was like, I want that, and I can't control myself, and I bought it, and it didn't come till like end of January, beginning of Feb, and I did have to chase it a little bit, and then I did have to pay import tax, because why not?
Yeah.
So it did cost a lot, but it's really cute. I want to get some zoas in there or something, some little corals, see how they do. Some pulsing xenia.
Yeah, that'd be good. Then we had a question from Ron, and I've read it multiple times. I'm pretty sure it's safe. What salt are you using, and what are you dosing?
I use Tropic Marin. And dosing. Now, I have very much in this hobby been about fish. Do you know what I mean? It's only been recently that I've started like learning about corals, and I know this is like everyone's reefing at the moment, but I'm very new to it. Like I've only really just started learning about it, especially from like Stevie and Jay in Deep Blue and stuff like that. That's kind of been like my learning from them and stuff like that. So I dose iodine, is it? Iodine, whichever one.
Yeah. And
then I've got manganese because I really like gonies and I was told that I needed that. So I got that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm very, very strict on my water changes. So a lot of my stuff comes from water. I've done an ICP test, and other than my phosphates, everything was good and where it should be. So I'm happy with that for now.
Interesting question for you then. Have you ever tested your salt water before you put it in the tank for phosphate?
Yes, I have. I've tested my RO and I've tested my salt water, and there's nothing. It is because all these tanks up here are fine for phosphate. It was because of Pickles and the amount I was feeding him a whole shrimp a day. Do you know what I mean? And he would devour it. So that brought. I mean, and I used to like when I'd feed him, that was when he'd poop. So I'd get a net and like turd burgle it so it didn't like go into the water. And I think it is coming down now. It is, I think it's 0.2 now, I want to say.
Okay.
But it was like I'd do the test and it'd go like bright blue and I'd go, right, I don't want to look at that anymore. It's too high.
Yeah.
So it is coming down. I've been doing a lot. I've been like using Rowaphos and changing out filter floss and doing all the things that they should do. So yeah, that's coming back down. But other than mainly water changes really, and just checking on my ICP to make sure that nothing else is being used up quickly.
Yeah. No, it's just I was using that same salt for a little while and had a bit of an issue with phosphate. And when I checked my salt mix before I tipped it in my tank, it was 0.06 already before I even tipped it in.
I'll check it again.
And I know Norfolk Reefer that's in the chat, he found the same thing with when he checked as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
John says, I bet you're not dosing vodka the way I am. I think John's implying he's drinking his vodka rather
I'm not dosing. Yeah, no, I
drink.
don't. I've heard about the dosing vodka and vinegar and stuff like that. I don't do that. I'd rather drink.
Harry, one for you. Koji said, who was that person with the tanks?
Oh, Paul Cafaro.
There we go.
He's one of these YouTubers that I've been watching for years, and I feel as if I have to watch every video. And some of them I'm not particularly interested in. And he does a lot of like fishing, like in lakes and stuff. And I don't really enjoy it, but I've got this commitment to him that I have to watch every single video. And I think he's one of the only YouTubers that I'm like that with. The other being yourself, Steve, of course. And,
thank you. It's interesting because when you start creating your own content, I'll watch one, and if it's someone that I know or that I like, and even if I've accidentally clicked on their video, I'm like, I'm not going to click away from it now because I'm going to affect their statistics if I don't watch it to the end. So I'll let it play to the end and then change. It's funny how it changes how you think about it. I think we had some other questions in here. There's some debate about depth. So you're saying,
right. I saw that before.
Yeah, width You can call it. Someone else has then suggested girth.
Oh, don't. That's a horrible word. Don't call it that.
Oh. Yeah, breadth. Oh dear. So yeah, I think you kind of answered this already. Another one from Ron. What was your testing regime?
So
you ICP.
well, I've only just started ICPing.
Okay.
I've been very scared to do it because I knew what my phosphate was like. And I thought I'm going to bring my phosphate down just once Pickles had gone, just a little bit before I tested because I didn't want to see it. And to be honest, since Pickles has gone, I put some more corals in there because he would take a little bit of a chomp out of things every now and again. So I have put more corals in there, and I thought, well, if I'm doing that, then I might as well start testing. So I am going to start. I started ICP testing every month, and then once a week I've got the Salifert tests, and I do things like phosphate, nitrate, ammonia, calcium, things like that, KH, stuff like that. I've just got them in a big thing, and I just like get a thing of water and do them all quickly.
You've not started down the route of Apex and Trident yet?
No.
Oh, that's magic. Just click a button and it tests alk, magnesium and calcium for you. And if you get the Trident NP, it tests nitrate and phosphate for you as well.
Well, if anyone wants to sponsor me.
They're not cheap though. Definitely.
No, exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I haven't got the NP, but I bought myself the normal Trident. And with the exception of having a few little hiccups getting it, so I bought a second-hand one to make it a bit more cost-effective. And now I've got it working. It's just ticking away in the background. I just click test, and it takes 40 minutes to do the test.
I'd get obsessed. I'd be clicking it every time. What is it now? What is it now?
Yeah. Yeah, it is good. I do quite like watching the pH. You have to be a little bit careful when you got it that you don't just chase those numbers.
Well, this is the thing. I started chasing just a little bit with the phosphates and stuff and doing the ICP, and everyone was saying to me, don't do it because things will look rubbish. And I was like, because everything's always done really well. Like I've had hammers in my tank when my phosphate was like crazy high, and they they're still alive, so they're doing they're all right. Do you know what I mean? And then after I started testing, and then I started learning about PAR. And then I was freaking out about my lights. And then I bought new lights. And then I managed to bleach a coral. But it's coming back to life now. The colour's coming back.
Good.
But yeah, then like one of my heads of my torches started going white. And then I'm freaking out. And I'm like, this would have never happened if I'd have just left it alone. Yeah.
I think that can be what's quite nice about the automatic testers, though, is that you kind of get to know where they test at. And then you can just follow the trends, follow the graphs. Like, for example, my Trident tests ALK at like 7.2 to 7.5, but no, in reality, it's more like 8.5 from like ICP tests and things. But I'm not bothered about kind of trying to tweak it to get it to that exact figure, because at the end of the day, I don't mind too much whether it's at one or the other. But to see that consistency day in and day out, it makes such a difference. And it's just a peace of mind, isn't it? Once you start putting all your coral fish and everything in a glass box, you just want to know that it's kind of working.
You want to make sure they're not all going to die if you're spending an amount on it and stuff like that. I mean, I like the iodine I've dosed a while because is that good for? Am I right in thinking that's good for inverts and stuff like that as well? Is that right?
I'm not sure. Possibly.
I read somewhere that dosing iodine was good for like shrimp and sea urchins. I don't know if that's true, but I saw that and I thought, oh, I'll buy some. And every now and again, like literally every now and again, I'll just go boop, and put it in my tank. Yeah. And on the ICP test, that was the most perfect thing on it. It was right in the middle of the screen. And I just literally every now and again go, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I had an interesting chat with Jose from Reef's Elements at Aqua. We were talking about manganese. And I said, every time I do an ICP, my manganese is like there's nothing in it. He said, yeah, but the time it takes to use up the manganese that you dose, it's like 6 hours.
Yeah, I've learnt this recently. That's why I've got it.
Yeah.
That's why I've got it. Because even if you put it in, the next day it's going to be all the way back down. That's one you don't worry about.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning, Steve. I'm learning.
Yeah. So we had a question here from Tom. Where do you get your corals from?
Mainly at the moment, deep blue. Mainly because I can't. There it is. Just because I can't help myself. A raffle comes up and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll bid on that, and then I don't win because I just like put one number on. But the flash sales as well. They put gonies on, and then I just want to buy them. So I've got a few from there. I've got some from iReef. Got a nice torch from there, and I've got some zoas that are on that heart that I made there while I was there.
Yeah.
So I've got some really, really nice zoas from there. And I think that's it, really. Other than might go to a local, like my local fish shop and see one and think, oh, I'll get that. Oh, yeah, Contact Pets in Deeside. If anyone's in North Wales, Contact Pets in Deeside. I get a lot of nice softies from there, like sponges and stuff like that.
Yeah. Deep Blue Marine Emporium.
There it is.
I was looking. Some of the things they've got in here look amazing.
Yeah, they're wild, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, there was quite a few in here that I was looking the other day, and I thought, oh yeah, I need to put an order in.
I just wait till the flash sales. See them purple gonies? I've got one of them purple gonies. Beautiful.
Okay.
Really nice.
It's a good price as well for those.
Yeah. And when you get on the flash sale as well on their WhatsApp, it's even cheaper. I've got that toxic green goni as well. Love that. That's really bright. It looks like a little bush. Really bright.
Yeah. Let's go back there. Let's have a look back in the comment. Where did we get to?
I was right. Someone said iodine does help them with their shells.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
Good.
You learned something?
I was right or something.
Yeah. Good. So where did we get to? We had a few more questions in here.
I'm just waiting for it.
Oh, is there one for you? Is there?
A few times.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know the one.
Yeah,
I know the one.
Yeah.
So
it is,
that's the one that I had, the Pro Reef. Yeah. Okay. And Jim, this isn't a freaking freshwater banter channel that we were talking about earlier. Good afternoon, Jim. I hope you're keeping well.
No.
And we've got Mad Sheps Reef as well. Good evening. This is the one you were talking about. When's your tank tour booked in, Harry?
When? Okay, so I got someone come tomorrow. I do the watering bits outside. I've been kind of reorganising my IBCs with the seawater and the RO. There's always something else to do, isn't there? And he's going to help me build a nice little surround for it. And I've made some acrylic signage on my machines to put on there. And I thought that'd be a nice little addition to the tank tour. I could show you kind of that side of things as well. And then I just got to scrape me glass. So, here we go.
what I'm hearing is any day after tomorrow.
Any day after tomorrow. Let's book it in. Let's do it live.
Yeah, go on, Ron. Throw a date out, and we'll see if we can get him to agree to it. So this is the Reefy AF Discord. There's like salty banters, which is just like we're all talking nonsense and having a bit of banter and just talking with each other. And then they have tank tours, which generally is one person talking to us about their tank, and it doesn't have to be anything amazing, but generally every week you learn something new that you hadn't seen before or something. And again, we have a bit of fun in it as well. It's all done on a Zoom call, and then Ron spends hours and hours editing out all of the terrible things we've said so that we don't look like evil people on the internet. So great work, Ron.
Amazing. I love Discord. Get me in on Discord. I've got some I can show you.
There's the Discord.
Are we going to give Amy a little bit of a warning?
No,
Yeah,
don't go on
not
anything.
safe for work. There are a few women on there, and they're generally they take part just as much as everyone else. And if
It's
you
fine.
can
You
get
don't
some
get to know
sticks
what I
with
get
them.
up to in my daily life. Don't worry about it. There you go. I'm in.
Yay!
Excellent. There you go. Ron, another victim. I mean, member.
Don't say. Wait, am I in? Wait, where are you? What's your name on here? No, I'm not in.
Steve ECR. I am on that one.
Why didn't it work? Accept invite. There we go. Accept invite. Now I'm in.
Excellent.
Where do I go to? Where's the
There should
best
be an
place to
introduce.
Yeah, there's an introduce yourself channel. You probably have to press on
Oh, I've got
it and
do more steps. Is this all for safety? There we go. I'm in. Oh, now it's going to make noises. Oh,
and now you're probably so like me. I've got 6 text messages from Ron. I've got 2 from Matt, and there'll probably be pictures of baboons' asses trying to make me laugh while I'm on the live stream.
nice.
What normally happens. Although I got Ron back the other week. He was on a live stream, and I said to him, they were talking about the Red Sea tanks,
Right.
and I sent him an AI edited screenshot that showed a new Red Sea tank, the Red Sea Reefer S1500, which was 2.8 meters long. And he started talking about it in the live stream, and I'm frantically messaging him saying, no, I just completely made that up. It's not real.
That's so good.
What else have we got? Hiccups with the Chinesium. I've missed something here.
I'm just deleting Discord off my thingy, otherwise it will keep going bloop in the background. But there we go. It's gone.
Yeah. B&Q have incredible hammers, apparently.
Nice.
That was after I'd said about hammer corals, I think. Excellent joke. Landed 10 out of 10. 10 minutes later.
One from Koji here. Did you get your mantis to build that heart for you?
He would have done a better job than me. Honestly, it was absolutely knackering. Like, ruined my nails doing it. Brought it home with Ethan from iReef. He did one as well. We had like a little competition. Don't know if you saw. They both broke apart. So I just put them all together because I was like, I'm not fixing both of these if only one of them's going in my tank. Put them together, took the photo. Mine won. And then the amount of putty, and I think he used a lot more. I don't know if you saw his. His was literally just pink because he just used putty to make this heart and just like stuck little bits of rock to it. But yeah, it was an absolute nightmare. And my mantis shrimp would have done a better job, definitely.
And I see we've had a little bit of a domestic in the chat.
Oh no.
Matt said he loves a bush. And then his wife said, excuse me? I bet Jim. Yeah. Melinda says, can't wait for you to join.
Oh, I'm getting all these little stickers now. Cute.
Rob says 24 hours max before you leave.
Is that a challenge? What do I get if I stay for longer than that?
Abuse.
Take a bet.
That's what I generally get. But yeah, it's good fun.
I love a feral Discord. I love it.
It's trying
yeah.
to keep up.
I don't know if I give you even my picture. I forgot my picture was that. SpongeBob in a compromising situation.
Right, where have my notes gone? We've gone a little bit. Oh, no, I don't want to open Teams. I'm not at work. The problem is I use OneNote, and the the color of the two icons isn't that dissimilar. So I keep clicking the wrong one. Pico
Steve, when will we hear more about your new dosing situation?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I can talk a little bit about that now, because I can show you. I've just got to the point now where I am. So I've been waiting for my KH, my alkalinity, to drop down to below where I want to maintain it, so I can start dosing.
Say your calcium and magnesium are a little bit low there.
Yeah. Well, that's how many days until I test them.
Yeah, that clicked.
So yeah, I mean, I can go in each one of these. So these guys, Ocean Genesis, were at Aqua. They were next to Deep Blue Marine and opposite Prestige Reef. They were on that little corner bit there. And I remember watching the little demo video they had and looking at it, and they reached out to me the other week and they said, "Oh, would you test some for us and give us some feedback, and maybe make a couple of videos on it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can do that. That's easy enough. It gives me something to make some content on as well." And then I had a meeting with them, and they kind of explained it all to me, how it works and how you basically, rather than trying to work out yourself what to dose, you say what you want, you put in your levels, and then it tells you how much, whether to do a manual adjustment and then a daily dosage, and you can kind of calculate from there. So today was the first day that this has started up, in earnest, really. So watch this space over the next couple of weeks. I think I'm hoping that we'll kind of see the progress on that in that next couple of weeks. So where
I was getting told off on the Discord. They were telling me to concentrate. I was like,
right. So if you could add any animal to your collection, what would it be?
An otter.
An otter. Okay. That's an interesting one. I was not expecting that.
Were you talking fish? Were you talking
very quick as well? There's no hesitation there.
Give me one.
Yeah.
No, are you talking fishy things? Are you talking fishy creatures?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is a fishy thing. It would still be a wet pet, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah. I'd keep it in my bath. I could just swim around. And I'd call it George.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Fish-wise, if I could have any, an octopus.
They look like, I've seen a few people that keep them, and the videos they've done, they look really interesting.
There's a guy.
I'd just be terrified about losing it.
There's a guy in America on TikTok, and we're mutuals, and I've chatted to him about them, about how he keeps them like all together and stuff like that. And he was telling me how like he stops them from escaping, and he puts Velcro around the whole of the top, and he says it's like really difficult to get off for him, so he knows that an octopus isn't going to get it off. But Abyss Aquatics in Stockport, I don't know if they still have it, but last time I went there they had an octopus, and if I was feeling a little bit crazier, I mean, I've got nowhere to put it, so I couldn't have bought it. Can't just lob it in a sump and go, they'll do that for now until I set a tank up. But definitely an octopus.
Yeah, that would be
what would yours be?
So since seeing that cuttlefish, I have kind of thought a few times about maybe trying that, and then I was like,
Well, if my egg hatches and I can't deal with the stress, I'll send it over to you.
Yeah, but then when I was looking at the one in Creation Aquatics, I thought, they couldn't have anything else in that tank.
Oh yeah, I'm
And
used to that though. I've got my bobbit worm tank. I've got my mantis shrimp tank. Can't have anything in them.
yeah.
You
So
don't-
I've just literally, I've got that one there and the Fluval Evo.
Mhm.
I would like, I'm kind of
Get
in the
another.
process of trying to, so I'm going to change that tank behind me for a 6-foot tank.
Nice.
Don't know which one yet, but I'm leaning towards a D&D 1800. I keep
Nice.
seeing pictures of Red Seas leaking with those seams, and I'd like one, but I'm just so nervous about that.
Yeah, you'd be on edge all the time, wouldn't you? That's the problem. Even if it was absolutely perfect, you'd still have that in the back of your mind. But they are nice tanks. They
Yeah.
are really nice tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neptunians are great.
Yeah. So I was looking at those.
You can't even get down.
Yeah, I had a few. I quite like some of the Nios tanks as well.
Yeah.
Not a particular fan of the big chunky cabinet, but I quite like the like that back wall is like completely seamless. You know, you haven't got the weir box in the way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I moved house just over a month ago. I've got all the other rooms to decorate yet, so I've got plenty of time. So I would like to kind of upgrade that one to like a 6-foot tank, but move it from there to that wall. I move my desk to that wall, and then upgrade the Fluval Evo to something like a Red Sea 170 kind of cube type tank, but a bit bigger to have some other things in. And yeah, I've got the Papuan Toby puffer in there at the moment.
Oh, I had a Toby puffer. He was great until he wasn't, and then I had to get rid of him.
What did he do?
Just started nipping at everything, and fish included. Hermits.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's okay because I was probably not going to have much else with it, if anything.
He was called Earl. Mine was called Earl. He was very sweet.
Okay.
He was very, very cute. And then one day I was like, right, you're going to kill everything if I carry on. You're going to have to go.
Amy, I think I need you to get to name some of my fish for me. I named
Oh,
them.
I so will.
First kind of 15, and then I kind of forgot for the rest of them. I think
You forget
ability to come up with names.
Send me some pictures. Send me some pictures. I've got it.
So I did challenge Amy to name the puffer.
He has challenged me. I've got a name for it, by the way. Have you got a picture of it? Can you put a picture up of it? So people can see? Can you do that?
I think I've got a video. Yeah.
The one you sent me? Very cute.
Ron's just said that he'll name my fish. I think I'll let Amy take first dibs.
Yeah. So let me.
Don't show your history.
No, why is it not showing that? I thought I'd shared my whole screen rather than sharing a window. So let me try that again. Share screen. Entire screen. Screen 2. There we go. That's better. Hi, Ron.
That's terrifying. That's so scary. What the heck? Oh, he's so sweet.
So that is, I've actually had it feeding from a pipette now. So when I put
they will do. They're
mice
very
in,
clever little creatures. Very clever little creatures. So cute.
So what have you decided then for his name?
So like I'll go through my process. So I've either got stupid names like eyebrows and stuff, or I've got Greg, Earl, all of them kind of names. You know what I mean? I've got my fishy names and I've got my real proper man names. Now I've gone for a proper man name for him because he looks like a very regal man. Do you not think?
Okay. Yeah.
I think he does. I think he looks like he's got a bit of wealth behind him. Do you know what I mean? He comes from old money. I'm going to call him Winston.
Winston. Okay.
Nice.
Winston. Do you not think he looks like a Winston?
Hmm.
I asked this whether he was not he was a boy or a girl, and Steve said he didn't know, and I said, well, he gives off boy energy, so now he's a boy. Yeah.
Winston it is. Like
little
it.
Winnie. Little Winnie when he's being a good boy. And then you can give him his full Winston when he's being naughty. You need a second name. Winston Fishington, you little shit. Oh,
I'm going to write that down.
sorry. Winston McFishington. What's his name? I thought Winston was a very good name. It took me all of 5 minutes to decide.
I did hear you say his full name was a little bit longer than that. And I've properly missed out on loads of chat as well. Well,
Everyone's just asking if it's a boy or a girl. Should we call Barry? No, not Barry. He's not a Barry.
So there's a really interesting. Ron is excellent at coming up with very inappropriate names for things.
Right.
He's got, because he's Scotland's funniest coral farmer, he has all of his own coral, and he named them all
Nice.
quite offensive things. And we had great fun on the live stream because I took 10 of his corals and I took his names, and then I came up with 3 equally offensive, terrible names.
Right.
And then we had a quiz, and you had to guess which one was the name he actually used. So yeah, we had great fun with that. Right, that's good. We've got a name now, so I'll introduce it. I'll put him on TikTok or something.
Winston.
Introduce him with his name.
Yeah, Winston. It was either that or Philip, but then I started thinking about Prince Philip, and I couldn't. So. So I can't name a fish after that.
No, definitely not. When you said Regan, I was thinking, are you going to say Charles?
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, his fingers weren't fat enough to be called Charles.
Sausage fingers. Yeah. Have you ever had like a massive tank disaster?
Yeah, when I had my first saltwater tank, I also had a freshwater with axolotls in it. I had 2 axolotls in this gorgeous, I'd spent loads of money on it as well. It was crystal clear, beautiful, gorgeous 5-foot tank. And it was on a, what do you call them? Cabinet. That's the word. It's not one of them. Beautiful. Loved it. Had 2. One was called Aristotle, the axolotl, and one was called Marshmallow because it was pink and very cute. And one day I was doing a water change, and it just so happened that I was there at the time, to be honest. And I heard a crack, and then I heard water gushing, and all along the bottom had broke, and all of this water, I think it was about 2, oh my God, it was massive. I don't even know. It was in this room. There's no carpet in here anymore. We had to put hard flooring down because I ruined it. And my partner was running up to the loft because we had like storage boxes. He was pouring out stuff just so we had boxes that I could pour the water in. I was trying to make it so the axolotls had something safe to go into. Honestly, it was so stressful. It was the worst thing that's ever happened. And it was because on the cabinet, one of the nails had come, like it wasn't laying flat. It was just like the tiniest little bit up. You wouldn't even notice it, like usually. But oh my God, never did that ever again. And I actually, because I was so upset, I ended up, my axolotls went to a different home. I was sad about it, but they went to a different home because I was like, I'm not doing this again. It was a beautiful tank, beautiful babies, but that was the worst.
Yeah,
and that's why I wouldn't get a red, because I would, even though it might not happen, I would just be so paranoid that it would happen.
Yeah.
And that's why bobbit worms don't eat silicon. What are you talking about?
I've just noticed, I don't know if it's Jay or Stevie, but Deep Blue Marine are with us this evening.
Hi.
Hi. They've been on the live stream as well.
I'm going there on Saturday.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Okay.
I'm going to Lincoln tomorrow, and then I'm going to see Stevie. It's like 2-hour drive from Lincoln, because my nan lives there and I didn't want to drive all the way over. So I'm going to go spend some time with my gran, go down, see Stevie and Jay and the dogs.
Excellent. Important question.
Haribo.
Anyone
When's
mind if
the
I go
tank
grab a
tour?
drink? Is it?
You can go and grab one while you're thinking about what day you want to do your tank tour.
Let's have a look.
So tank tours are normally 3 p.m. if I remember correctly. They
it's
are
Jay.
a little bit flexible, but oh yeah, it's Jay.
Okay.
Hey Jay.
Do we have specific days of the weeks?
It's normally a Saturday or a Sunday, and it's normally 3 p.m.
I'm going to message Ron. I'm doing
Excellent. You're locking it in. Amy, any projects coming up apart from the one that you hinted at earlier?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know, to be honest. I've just got a lot of things planned. I've got Love to Reef, Aqua. I'm just trying to get out as much as possible and see shops and meet people and all that stuff. But no, nothing at the moment. I'm kind of at my capacity for tanks. I have noticed recently my jellyfish are deteriorating just that little bit. Like they don't last very long, sadly. And you start noticing that their colour goes, they're not pulsing as hard. And they did it with my moons, and it's doing it with these guys now. So maybe if my jellyfish went, I might take that away and set up I've got the new TMC first wave tank that I did a little bit of setting up for. And I would like, maybe that could be my little cuttlefish thing. You never know, do you? But I don't know. No, nothing as of yet. Nothing as of yet.
There's a bit of a curse, the tank tour curse. So typically either on the run up to your tank tour or immediately after your tank tour, stuff just dies in your tank. So Jim
I'm never doing one then. Don't ask me.
Jim was saying Spiritual Reefer's tank just started dying, and I saw as soon as that comment came up, Harry turned around and was like, no, it's okay. Have a question for Amy. Is she wearing her chef trousers on Saturday?
Shut up, Jay. Oh, you know what? I went when we were at Aqua. I've got checkered trousers, just like black and white, checkered jeans. They're very nice. They're fitted very nice. But he calls them my chef trousers. And now he's ruined them for me. And I haven't worn them since he called them that. I do look like
Oh, brilliant.
fuming. I might do though.
Tom's too reefy for my shirts. This was one of the little face swap AI things I did.
Oh, right. Okay.
With Tom's face on one of the two guys from Right Said Fred. Yeah, doesn't really work if you haven't seen it, but I might see if I can find a picture of it. Oh, look, that was too easy to find. This one. So that is actually Tom, and it looks quite a bit like him as well.
You wouldn't know that was AI'd. That's very good.
Yes, yeah. We had lots of fun with AI one evening. Oh no, you don't want me and Big D. That's better. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that, especially with Jeremy Clarkson.
Nice legs, Tom.
Oh yeah, and Tom, he appreciates that picture coming back out from time to time. I did message him earlier and say I'm wearing a special T-shirt for you, Tom. What I didn't tell him is it's actually the Reefers Network one, not The one with his picture on the front of it.
Panicking.
Yeah. What other questions? So, we've got a bit of time left. Good. So, if Pickles could have talked for the day, what do you think he would have said?
Oh, God, feed me. You know, like the little Pet Shop Horrors, feed me, Seymour. It would have just been like that all the time. Feed me. Feed me and love me and give me attention and take this lid off so I can actually spit and enjoy it. That's what you'd say.
So was the spitting thing like a entertainment for him, or was it to try and get your attention to make you feed him?
Well, when I first got him, I was told that these fish can spit and you can teach them to. And I went, oh my God, that's so cute. So I did videos and I taught him how to spit, and which is great when he's about this big and he can't get it over the top. When he's this big, do you know what I mean? It's like a water spout. And I'd be there at the tank and he'd be spitting and he'd get me in the eye. He was an absolute nightmare for it. Problem now is that I'm finding is that Corn's doing it. My little box fish, who's only about this big, not a problem at the moment, but he's doing it as well. He's somehow, everyone's like, oh yeah, Pickles taught him before he left. I'm like, I don't appreciate that though. Don't do that. He doesn't need to learn. Yeah, he's doing it now as well.
Oh dear. If you could swap with one of the pets, one of those fish, which one would it be? You could swap for the day or for the week or something.
The nicest life. Maybe Pookie, because she sleeps all day. And then every now and again, a big amount of food will just come next to her hole and she'll just grab it. Or Eyebrows, because he just gets to lounge around all day and then and eats.
The
what?
On a chaise longue.
Yeah. I mean, he gets his own little furniture. I haven't got a chaise longue. He does.
Oh dear, so much going on. There's lots of comments going on. I think you said something that could have been a double entendre, and
what did I say?
I struggled to keep it in, and
I didn't know.
I think even Harry was struggling a little bit.
What did I say, Harry?
I didn't notice. I didn't hear anything.
You're a liar. What did you say, Steve? I need to know.
Oh dear. Yeah, well, it's when you said that, it.
Oh,
someone got you in the eye.
Yeah, John Speed's just been disgusting as well. God's sake.
I
hate it here.
What's one common myth that people perpetuate that drives you crazy?
Common myth. Oh my God, that you touch a Zoa, it's going to kill you. What the heck?
We have someone in the chat.
I get it. Wash your hands. Don't put your hands next to stuff if you've got cuts on your hand. If you're fragging them, maybe wear some eye stuff. Don't put them in your mouth. But yeah, if I'm putting a little bit of putty on a little bit of a frag and I'm sticking it on something, I'm not going to die. There, that's it.
Citrusy barbecue is what Pally's taste like, apparently.
That sounds quite nice, to be honest.
So, one-armed reefer Lee, he...
Did you tell me he lost his arm to Pally's?
No, but he had been working on his tank, and then it was a pizza, I think, the first time, because it happened more than once.
I've heard this story. No, I've heard this story that he was working on his tank, he ate pizza, and it made him really, really poorly. I've heard that. I didn't know who it was, but somebody has said that happened.
Yes, so it is this guy here, Lee.
Hi, Lee.
And he said it tasted like citrusy barbecue sauce, and he was very, very unwell with it. And then about 6 months later, he was working on his tank and stopped. I think he had a burger this time, and he bit into the burger, and he was like, "Oh,
it
tastes like that citrus barbecue." And then he was like, "I'm not going to eat anymore because that might kill me."
Oh my gosh.
And have you seen the video that Prestige Reef did? I think it was in lockdown. Yeah.
Probably.
I think it was in lockdown, and he got palytoxin poisoning, and because like no one wanted you to go to hospitals or anything, and he recorded it, so he did like a little vlog.
That's cool.
Of him kind of like shaking and like really unwell in the
yeah,
corner.
like documenting it.
And if I'm honest, I think he did it because he thought he was going to kill him. You know, it was like documenting his last minutes of life. Yeah. But yeah, that was a really.
And I'm not saying they're not dangerous, and I'm not saying don't take precaution, but the amount of times that I will do a video, and I did one when I was sticking the zoas on, and I got the putty on the bottom, and then I put it in my tank, and even in the video I said, and now I'm going to wash my hands, because that's what you do when you've been touching them, and still people were like about it, and I was like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm not eating it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That was the next week. Wow.
Maybe it'll happen to me, and then I'll come on and I'll be like, no, do not take the mick out of, like, I'm never having zoas in my tank ever again.
Is Lee also the one that likes to get bristleworm in his eyes? Is that?
Yes.
How did that happen?
And we're past the 9 o'clock watershed. Not that it's that bad, but we'll this is an infection from.
That's
a
amazing.
reef
What
tank.
is that? Just
That's
from a reef tank, he had a
finger.
cut and he got it infected. That is fantastic. Did they squeeze it?
There's no squeezing in this, I don't think.
It doesn't
Looks
look
like something
that,
in
though.
it.
Definitely squeeze that.
Looks like Dr. Pimple Popper kind of vibes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'd be digging at it. I'd be digging that out. I'd have a hole in my finger.
Yeah, so that was sent
It
to
says
me.
that's Tom's finger.
Yes. It says my finger from Pally's a few years ago.
See, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. You've just like railroaded me now. I'm just saying, like, just because I touch one a little bit, it's not going to kill you.
Yeah. Oh, Lee's going to now send me a picture of his eye when he got bristles in his eye.
In his actual eyeball.
Yeah. Well, I think he got it on his hand, and then he was like, it went in his eye. Yeah.
I don't think he should be in this hobby. I think he needs like a little crocheting or something like that.
You should see his YouTube video when he opens a package from Aquaforest, because obviously he's only got the use of one arm. It's sat on his lap. It's got tons of bubble wrap and tape on it.
Yeah,
and I swear they did it just to make it frustrating. And he's there with a razor blade, kind of like hacking away at it.
Like, right next to his thighs, isn't he?
Yeah, this isn't going to end well. Right, where did we get to? Common myth. Yeah, did we answer that one? Common myth?
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, the Pallies. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they're dangerous, but I'm just saying you're not going to die from giving it a poke. I've got pallies in that tank, actually. I didn't realise until I asked what they were in the deep blue chat, and they were like, oh, they're pallies. So, great.
I've just had Jay send me a picture, and it says, from touching bristleworms, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Oh!
Yeah.
That porcupine.
Yeah, it still doesn't look much fun, does it? Right, let me see. Lee said he sent me the picture on Discord. So let me open that up and see where we got to. Interesting. This came up, actually. This was one of my questions, and you've already talked about it tonight. Okay. My question was going to be, with your content being so fun and creative and kind of interactive, have you ever thought about making a children's book?
No way.
And
I do get asked it a lot that I should, but I wouldn't even know where to start, to be honest.
I know a publishing company.
Hit me up.
There you are.
Sorry. We'll see what
Jesus, that's creepy. Warning, everyone.
Whoa! Blimey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse.
I might have nightmares about that tonight. Yeah.
I said with the book, I wouldn't know where to start, and someone's wrote "Once Upon a Time?" ?
Nice.
Matt. Yeah. Yeah. Jay said Amy's Wet Pets would make a
I
fantastic
wouldn't be able to
children's
call
book.
it Amy's Wet Pets. So I work in a primary school, and when I actually admitted to them that I do TikTok and stuff like that, and they were asking what my name was, and I said it was Amy's Wet Pets, they thought it was a whole different thing that I was doing, not on TikTok. So
Yeah. Okay.
Rebrand.
yeah, rebrand. So I don't know if I'd call it that.
Oh dear. Yes. Yeah. Probably best not to.
Yeah. It's like the only fins.
Yes. Where are we? Yeah, and you've answered one of my other ones as well. Have you ever been recognised in public? And yeah, you have.
Yeah.
So I started this list of all of your fish names.
Right.
So I'm not opening that one, Rob. Rob's trying to send me pictures.
Don't open it. What's the man?
Pickles the cowfish.
Yeah.
Cornelius, Peabody, and Cuba, the boxfish.
Boxfish, yes.
Roomba, which I love.
Oh yes,
The horseshoe crab.
Horseshoe crab.
Nemo and Emo.
Nemo and Emo.
Bernie and Ernie.
They're my jellyfish, Bernie and Ernie.
Yeah. Ludo.
Ludo, yeah.
Why
Do you know
Ludo?
why it's called Ludo? Do you know why it's called
No.
Ludo? Have you ever watched Labyrinth, the film with David Bowie in the really
My
tight?
wife loves it.
Yeah. So in that film, there was a creature called Ludo, and he, as a power, he like bellows and he calls the rocks in. So that's why he's called Ludo, because I give Ludo rocks and he organizes them. That's why.
Okay. Eyebrows. I know why he got the name Eyebrows.
Fantastic eyebrows. And he looks kind of like an eyebrow. He's just like a brown shape.
Yeah. And one of my real favourites here, Wren and Shrimpy.
My pistol shrimp goby duo. Did you know that the shrimp is called Wren and the fish is called Shrimpy? Just in the future as well. Yeah, Shrimpy's not the shrimp. I was like, I'm not calling a shrimp Shrimpy. That's ridiculous. I'll call the fish Shrimpy. I call the shrimp Wren, but I'm not having a shrimp called Shrimpy. I'm better than that.
Boba and Bebo.
Yeah, and I've got my new one, Bubble.
Okay. Yeah. So they all start with B.
Bebo and Boba, the OGs, the OG hat wearers.
Yeah. And another big favourite of mine, Velcro, the decorator crab.
Decorator crab, Velcro. It was either that or Elmer's because of Elmer's glue, more like Americans. I went into the school with a list of names and put them on the board, and I said to my little year 2 class, "You can pick," and they picked Velcro. That was a suggestion from me, and then they picked Velcro. Yeah.
You have a sea cucumber called Nesquik.
Nesquik, because she looks like strawberry Nesquik, the colour of it.
You've got a long spine urchin. I think it's a long spine urchin called Sharpie.
Sharpie.
Oh.
That's it. You know what? That's in the bobbit.
Okay.
It's in the bobbit tank because it wouldn't go anywhere else because it was eating everything and being a menace. So I was like, it can go in the bobbit tank, and the bobbit leaves it alone. Pookie leaves it alone.
Yeah. And that was the point. And then I got that you've got an abalone, but I didn't know what you called it.
Oh, Abalone Tony.
Tony. Okay.
Abalone Tony.
Excellent. And I kind of got to that point, and I'm like, oh my God, I've spent hours now writing down names of fish.
You haven't even got them all.
I don't think I've even scratched the surface.
We've got Greg, who is a little war paint goby, tiny little thing. He actually, I thought he died one day. I did a little memorial TikTok for him. And then a couple of weeks later, this is when I had my canister. I was like, oh, well, I'll clean my canister filter out because it was a nice day and it was easier to do. And he was in there. So Greg has PTSD. If you ever see him, he looks like he's seen some things, like he's terrified of everything. I've got Nettle, my Aptasia eating filefish, because she looks like a nettle, a little colour of a nettle. I've got my 2 new mandarins. One's called Uno. I think I'm going to call the female Bingo, but I don't know yet. I haven't decided on that one. I've got a 16-year-old clownfish called Nana. And her boyfriend is a white clownfish, and he's called Omen because it's Nemo backwards. So he's Omen.
Okay.
And he just looks like a little void, so he's Omen. What else have I got? Oh, I've got my 2 snake pipefish, and they're called. People wanted me to call them Mork and Mindy. I liked Mork. I didn't like Mindy, so it's called Mork and Trixie for some reason.
Okay.
I've got Gaston, my cleaner shrimp. I've also had Pierre, and I've had Jacques as cleaner shrimp as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember anymore. There is more. Oh, I've got a sucker fish. You know the little black not lump suckers. You know the like sucky fish that like stick on the back of the wall.
Yeah.
I've got Bugly because he's ugly. Yeah, I'll stop now. Otherwise, I'll be going forever.
I did see an alternate. Well, I've seen a few alternate Bobbit worm names, but one of them was safe and amusing. Billy Bobbit Thornton.
That's good. I called her Pookie because she's such a scary creature to people that I just thought, well, I've got to call her an absolutely ridiculously cute name. So Pookie it was.
Yep. I see we've also just got Neil join us. Evening, Neil. I call him Neil now because every time, because it's Harry's fault. Ron called Harry
Spiritual Reacher.
and it's stuck. So we call him Spiritual Reacher.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then every time I say Reefer, I get it wrong. And like the number of times in a row, I called him the Offshore Reacher. I'm just calling him Neil now. So.
Neil.
Oh, there we go. Koji said his daughter named their foxface Skibbity.
Skibbity. That's wonderful. Is it second name toilet? Has she given it the full God-given name?
Yeah. My daughter came. She went on. She did the last year of primary school. She went on residential. And,
I'm on residential next week with the kids.
It's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, I know. Can't wait.
Yeah. She came back, and while she was off, my TikTok feed had decided to tell me about all of this brain rot slang, and I was talking. She came back and said, "Oh, how was camp?" She's like, "Oh, the boys were really annoying." I said, "Oh, did they have the Skibbity Ohio Riz?" How do you know about that?
They be in Sigmas. That's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be down with it. When you're around kids, you've got to be down with the lingo. You've got to be. Yeah. Otherwise, they just like they'll have you off. Do you know what I mean? You've got to know. You've got to know what they're going on about.
Yeah.
It's like a second language.
So
Neil says that's not even his real name.
I think he's on the wind up. Tom told me his name was Neil. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Or maybe I'll just make up a new name. Remember, we can call him Winston as well.
Winston.
Oh. Harry, have you got anything you wanna ask Amy that we haven't already covered?
Oh, good question. Not off the top of my head. I think.
He's like, why'd you put me on the spot, Steve?
Yeah, could have asked me before we went live.
Warn me.
I think for me, Amy's account, it just personifies everything, and that's what I love about it. I think we could all kind of take a page, which is too much book talk, out of Amy's book, and yeah, I love that personification. So I'll hold you to helping me naming some of my fish. I think that'd be good.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that. I love a good name.
Excellent. Amy, have you got any questions for us? You don't have to have any. I'm just don't want to leave you out.
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Are you going to Aqua this year?
I hope so. I'm waiting for him to ask me.
Yeah. So I reached out to them a week after. Well, I think the week it was in the news,
Right.
that it was happening, and I said, definitely up for it. I said, yep, you're on the list. So I'm like, perfect.
I wonder if I'm on the list. Better be.
And I hope I'm on the list because I've booked the hotel now.
I had Deep Blue saying I'm working on their stand. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll be
Yeah,
flitting around. I'll be flitting around. I'll be on their
You
stand.
get put on a list, do you? Oh,
I hope so.
Well, I was harassing them last year to be able to get in before
Sure.
general admission, so I could do some content of all of the stalls and everything, and struggled like hell to do it. And then Jay and Stevie came to my rescue and said, "Oh no, you can come and base yourself out of our stand." So I did that and was based with them. So they were really good. Had great laugh with them all weekend. So
Yeah, they're a good laugh, aren't they?
yes, yeah.
Exactly, John. You said free ticket then, Amy. That's what I want.
Oh yeah, that could be a point. I could be on the banned list. It was interesting because I when I got there, I bumped into Reef Dog and was talking with him.
Yeah, Alex, yeah.
And then the guy from Aqua came round with his VIP badge, and he was like, he looked at me and he was like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
That's not,
Yeah.
I've got my hanging on.
And then he was like, but I had a T-shirt with the East Coast Reefer written on it. And he was like, "Oh yeah, East Coast Reefer, I've seen you've been sharing our stuff. Let me go and get you a pass."
Oh, amazing!
So he went and got me one as well.
Oh, I love that.
But yeah, it was a busy weekend.
I was knackered, absolutely knackered. And we were out on the Saturday night with TMC and one of the guys from Tropic Marriott, and Reef Dork went out as well, and Prestige Reef. I was dying.
Yeah.
I was like, get me back to my bed.
Yeah. Well, I had the camera that I'm using tonight, and I had a stabilized gimbal as well, and I was using that for filming, but it was really heavy. And by the end of the weekend, like my arm was just dead. I've got a much lighter one now to use, so hopefully it'll be a bit better. Okay, well, I've got nothing else to talk about. We're kind of at that 2-hour mark.
It's my bedtime.
Yeah. It's mine too. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us, Amy. Thank you, Harry, for coming on. Harry and Matt are kind of regulars now on this stream, which is great. Yeah, I think I see Koji saying well managed. I think these can have a tendency of going a little bit off piste, and I think we've tried to kind of keep it reined in a little bit tonight. So you've had some VIP treatment.
Million TikTok followers. We had to.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll play the outro now. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you for having me, Steve.